whenever people stay in lanes of allowable language, it closes down so many avenues of curiosity.
Correct.
And what's your take on that as a writer? How do you navigate that?
I mean, I publish a lot of things that scare me, right? Like I wrote an essay, you can find it on my Substack. It's called Burn Away Everything But the Truth, which is about sort of my own cancellation of myself when Jewish CEOs started getting their careers destroyed in 2020. And I stepped back because I didn't feel like at that moment. And to be fair, I don't think I could have coped with that at that moment. We had very young kids. We were in like,
Yeah.
there was a very severe shutdown. Our kids were not doing well. Um, and my business was already struggling. And I don't think that I could have taken like a personal cancellation on top of that. But it led to a rough few years of feeling like because the discourse was the way it was, because I built a very progressive audience, because I was a Jew and a Zionist, that I couldn't open my mouth, without everyone hating me. And getting back to Substack, I made a promise to myself that I was only going to say things that were true, like true for me, right? I was only going to be honest, which doesn't mean that I'm going to tell you everything about everything, right? Like as a long time writer in the public space, I've gotten very good at making you feel like you're getting a lot of access to my life or my brain or whatever. But I'm very thoughtful about, what I share. Like, the joke is that people think they know all about my marriage, but mostly what they know about my marriage is that I am married, you know? Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, I think being historically on the left, there has been, and I published during the 2010s, which was really, really the cancel culture era. Um, I have certainly come to the point that I do not like the policing of language. I do not like sort of any policing of thought. Ironically, I feel like the people that are fighting book bans are also the people that are fighting to get books they disagree with or by authors they disagree with not published, which is actually worse than book banning because it's like book banning at you can't even ban a book that didn't get published.
The most foundational level. Yeah.
Yeah. And I really think that, um, so the podcast I was on about Jews in publishing, which you can find, it'll be in the show notes. The host, Phoebe Maltzbovy, who also writes on Substack, said, I'm in favor of more books. In favor of more books on every subject from every perspective, whether or not I agree with them. And that's really where I come down on it as well. Like, I just want to hear from more perspectives. And I can tolerate not disagreeing with someone, and I can tolerate not disagreeing with someone and still respecting them and having that right. Like there are plenty of people where, and that is feels like a little bit of a lost art right now.
Big time. Big time. And it's funny because I've associated the left with banning certain types of speech and categorizing people in groups. You mentioned the book thing, which I feel like is associated more with the right.
Right.
Um,
I mean, I think there's
who's more to blame?
who's more to blame.
Not that we have to blame anybody.
I think that there is a lot of horseshoe theory. A lot of the political ends of the political spectrum sort of meeting back. You can see this in my comments in X sometimes where like a right-wing anti-Semite and a left-wing anti-Semite will be like screaming at each other. I generally ignore it, but at one point someone was like, "This is art."
Oh my gosh.
It's an old school anti-Semite meeting a new convert and they disagree.